evening, everyone, and welcome to the channel. I am so excited to have you back on for today's video where I'll be teaching you how to play Silent Night. This is a beautiful Christmas standard. As you know, Christmas season is just around the corner, and there's nothing more fun than getting together with friends and playing some Christmas songs. So I'm going to teach this song in 2 steps. The first step is going to be the basic chord shapes I'm playing underneath the melody. And then the second step will be how to play the chord melody on top of these chord shapes. So it's really useful because you can use that first step if you are a singer yourself, or if you are planning to play the song with singers, then you can just use the first step, which would be the basic chord shapes, to play along with them without intruding and playing the melody on top of them. And then if you are playing solo guitar and there's no one singing, you can go ahead and add this melody as a nice little challenge, and it really is not that hard, and it'll sound really pretty on just about any guitar. I'm obviously using a fancy electric, but on acoustic it sounds beautiful as well. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so first things first, we're in the key of C major, and our first chord is going to be C major 7, like this. After you've done that, our next chord will be D minor 9, like this. After that, our next chord will be E minor 7, like this. And then rounding out the first 4 bars, we have A7, like this. Now, I voice it like this because I'm very comfortable having my thumb over the fret like this. But for some of you who it's a little bit more difficult to do that, maybe your hands are a little smaller, another option is to voice it like this. It's the exact same chord, exact same shape, but instead of using my thumb, I'm using my index finger to play it, and then I'm holding the upper part of the chord, the upper shape, with my pinky, ring, and middle finger instead. But for me, I prefer to play it like this. As I'm sure you can hear, it's the exact same voicing either way. The way to think about this is if you know how to play D major campfire chord, right, like this, one of the first chords we all learn on guitar, you take that everything up a string, so you're on the B through D string now, and then you're gonna add your thumb over on the E string. And now I'm playing F sharp 7, and what we're gonna do for this song is take it to A7, which is on the 5th fret. All right, so just now to review the first 4 bars, we've got C major 7, D minor 9, E minor 7, and A7. All right. Next, we're going to have another D minor 7. Now, we could play this right here, which sounds very nice, which is an option for this time, and we can go to G7 here, or here, using the exact same 7 shape we were just using here. Or what I find to be more useful to learn for this song in particular, to use the melody later, let's go to D minor 7 right here. So this is D minor 7 on the 10th fret, and I voice this again with my thumb over because it's more comfortable for me. But if this is hard for you and it's easier to voice it without your thumb, you can use your index finger on the E string and then stack your middle fingers like this, your other fingers like this. So I'm using every single one of my integers in order to play these 4 notes. And I've also seen some of my guitar friends voice it with these 2 fingers, which, as you can tell, is just as valid. This is my middle finger holding the root, the lowest note, and my ring finger holding the upper structure of that chord. So that's essentially the same chord. My favorite way of voicing it is like this. All right, and next up we have G7. Then we're gonna have C major 7, or sorry, just C major. So this is just your basic major chord shape on guitar. If you know F major down here, then you'll know C major up here on the 8th fret. It's the exact same shape, just up here. Then we're gonna have C7, so it's this shape again. With my thumb over, playing the 7 shape, and you can also play it like this. Next up, we've got F major 7. This is the same major 7 shape we were using to play C major 7. Now we're using it on F. Here on the 8th fret. And you're going to play this twice. So you've got 2 F major 7s in a row, and then we're going to go to C major 7. So this is a new shape to this song, although if you've seen any of my other videos, I've covered the shape before. This is a great basic major 7 shape to use. That can be used anywhere on the guitar. But in this case, we're using it as C major 7. And then we're going to have C7 again, which we've had before. Next, we go back to F major 7 again, and we play it twice. Then we're going to go back to C major 7. And then C7. Now we're moving on to the final part of the song, the climax, as you could say. We're gonna have G7 right here. All right. And in this first step, we're gonna come down to D diminished right here on the 5th fret. So if you're on an acoustic guitar, this will be much easier to reach than what I played in my intro video. I came up to here, which as you can hear is the exact same chord. But this is pretty hard to reach on an acoustic guitar, not so bad on an electric. So you can come down here to the 5th fret and it's the same chord. All right, so here is my A minor 7, voiced on the 12th fret. And then I'm gonna go to D13. And also the 9 is on top. So we have D13 and D9. Then our final little turnaround that gets us back to, we have just C major. Then we're going to have D minor 7 right here. And then we finally have C major 7. All right. So I'm going to play this all together, version 1. So that concludes version 1. Now we're going to move on to the version I played in the intro, which I'm going to call version 2. So this is going to be using roughly the exact same chords, but now we're going to be accentuating certain notes and adding certain notes with other fingers in order to play the melody of Silent Night. So again, we're going to be starting on the same C major 7, but our melody note is this note, which I'm holding with my index finger here in the bar, okay? So in order to play the melody, we're going to hold that note and use our pinky to play that. All right? Then we jump into our D minor 9. Now we're going to use our E minor 7. So the melody is with your middle finger here, and you use your pinky to play the upper note. All right, then we have A7, and the melody is with our middle finger. Then we have D minor 7 here, and the melody is the highest E string. G7, and our melody is with our pinky. Then we have C major, where the melody is with our highest E string with our index finger. Into our C7. Now we have F major 7, the second part. Our melody is with our pinky on the first part. Then our index finger. And I'm still holding F major 7, but my index finger is now the melody, so it's... Alright, so my pinky goes to the B string 12th fret, and then back to its original place for this chord shape on the 10th fret. And we immediately hop into C major 7, and we're going to use our pinky again on the B string to go like this. So this is our B string 8th fret to our B string 10th fret. And we jump into C7. So that part again is. Now we've got G7, and our melody is with our index finger on the highest E string. And then we're going to go to D diminished up here. All right. You need these two melody notes. We got. This is my B string on the 15th fret and my G string on the 16th fret. A minor 7 with our melody with our middle finger into our D13. And the melody is the 9, which is on top right here. Now to round it out, we've got C major, and I'm going to go down and then back up. All right, so we go. So I'm just going through the chord and then plucking it each string one at a time on the way back up. All right, then we have our D minor 7 right here with our pinky down. We're going to have pinky on the B string 8th fret, then our middle finger on the B string 6th fret, and then our pinky on the G string 7th fret. All right. And then we're going to end in C add 9. Okay. So that is going to conclude our lesson. I'm going to play the intro clip one more time here at the end in order for you to watch version 2 one more time at full speed. And I hope that you're able to understand this and learn from this tutorial. If you found it useful, please like, subscribe. There'll be many more on my channel just like this on different songs. And if you have any suggestions or comments that you'd like to make, please leave them below. I will be reading every single comment that is made. And I would like to know if there's ways I can improve my videos or ways that I could make this more understandable or more useful to you. Awesome. So if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, I also suggest to do that. I have videos on basic major and minor chords, as well as a few other Christmas songs and pop songs. So have a good day, and I'm really excited to see you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.